Kevin Durant's Wall Street Journal interview piece was very tantalizing. Had multiple points that he was making in there. Now, to get the context of everything he said, you really need to read the whole article and the whole interview. However, normally I agree with KD on many points and many facets of the way he sees things. But in this case, this interview kind of confused me with him because I came out and I was just like, I felt like JayZ when he was going at Nas. Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one mic? It was basically saying, to me, the interview was like, everything he's been saying, the narrative he's been pushing, going into Golden State, playing in Golden State, coming out of Golden State, it reversed every single thing that he ever said. It like basically he was going back on everything he ever said. So, and I know people are allowed to change their mind. I believe they are allowed to be ambivalent. I know that that's people's nature or whatever the case is. However, this gives credence to the media saying that, hey, this guy, this is how he felt, this is how, because now he's confirming a lot of things that the media said about him in this article, in this interview, or whatever the case is. And secondly, this basically tells us that we can't trust what KD says when he's saying things because it just might be a spur of the moment thing. Like a lot of things that he's saying to the media and how he's feeling about the media is essentially like how he feels at that point in time. He's not going to maintain that same frame or that same opinion later down the line. He said that things at OKC were venomous and it just seems fake and everything like that. And then, but when he was in Golden State and after he left, he said like, he would love to come back. He even said it in his interview. I thought I was gonna want to come back and be part of the community, but after everything that happened and the venom that spewed, I don't want to be part of anything. It was just like that seemed, you're wishy-washy on what you're saying. Then he said that when he went to Golden State, he'll never be part of Golden State. He'll never be one of those guys because he wasn't drafted from them. B, he wasn't trying to rejuvenate his career. So let's say Andre Iguodala. Remember, Andre came to there, I believe, from Philly, so he had something to prove. He had a chip on his shoulder. And that essentially proved the media's point about why go to Golden State when you're never going to fit there. You're never going to be loved. People are always saying, like, you'll never be Steph. You'll never be Clay. You'll never be Draymond. They're never going to embrace you like that. He brushed that off. And then now in this Wall Street Journal piece, he's saying, this is true. I'll never be one of those guys. And even though he's trying to give you the context of it, you're proving these people right. So it's like almost like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You don't know who you're getting with KD. And this, honestly, this piece, to me, it goes beyond basketball. It basically tells you that he has a lot going on that it's not even basketball related. It's just like life related. It's essentially how he views life, his philosophies on everything. One of the things that he said that I really disagree with, he was like saying that the Warriors run a motion offense which doesn't fit their skill set. Their skill set is, it should be more one-on-one and stuff like that because he has to get in his bag deeper into the season and things he doesn't practice throughout the season. And I'm thinking to myself, the offense does fit their personnel. They went 73-9 before you came there. I know they didn't win the championship, but part of that was due to injury. So we got to keep it funky there. Then, on top of that, you're saying that you got to get deep into your bag and things you don't practice during the season. Well, I know during the season, players don't have a lot of time to practice. I know that's true. But you do have some time to practice. So you can't say that you don't have time to practice there. And then, you came to the Warriors wanting to play in a system where the ball moved. So now you're contradicting that. Like, to me, the offense basically fit because if you look at the Warriors' entire playoff run, they have one of the highest, if not the highest, winning percentage in a 3-year run. Maybe the 96 Bulls or whatever the case is, they have higher winning percentage I mean, the first Bulls three-peat, they have like a higher winning percentage, but they're right up there. They have such a high winning percentage. You can't say that their offense didn't fit your personnel and all this other stuff. That's weird because if if KD doesn't go down in the finals, they win. They win in 5 games. Maybe it's a sweep. Maybe. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, KD's 100% healthy and they're running that motion offense, which quote unquote doesn't fit. They win. So, like, to me, it's just like a lot of contradictory pieces. Like, to me, I think the way that you could look at this entire interview is, I went to Golden State. I thought I was gonna fit in. It didn't work. I didn't like the offense. I don't like Coach Kerr. Because essentially we say you don't like the offense, you don't like this, you don't get along with management. And management made a big mistake. And Bob Myers saying, you know, in that parade, oh, Steph's going to get his money because he earned it, whatever. You didn't earn it. That was a huge mistake. He should have never said that, because that was basically the beginning of, you know, the demise of KD in Golden State. And this piece basically proves everything that was said in all of those interviews by all these reporters, anybody that was reporting, anybody that said anything about KD not fitting, also it was true. And KD was just basically in denial about the whole situation. I know it's his right to have his own opinion on everything, but to me, you gotta stick to your stance, man. Like, you can't keep going back and forth, flipping and back flipping and forward flipping, and, you know, coming back to a point and saying, nah, this wasn't the truth. This is how I really feel about this. Like, you know, like, I feel like he did himself a disservice by putting himself out there in a case like this, because what's gonna happen is, let's just say he doesn't stay in Brooklyn long. Then it's gonna be a piece about, well, I didn't really want to go to Brooklyn. I just wanted to be part of the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a player of KD's caliber, he shouldn't be going to 3 teams, 4 teams. Like, to me, this should be his last stop. I think the high caliber players, once you start hitting 3 teams and stuff like that, it's tough. Like, it's tough on your legacy. And I understand you can win a championship and all this other stuff, but it's tough on your legacy. Like, it just doesn't look right on your resume. So, you know, but it is his right, but it also just shows you his psyche, how he feels about things. And it's more than basketball with him. That's one thing you really got to understand. When he's saying things, there are some underlying meanings to things that are going on. So, like, now we know with KD, when he says something that doesn't bother him or he doesn't care, he cares. He cares. Don't think he doesn't care.